back in the building. Yes, we need a new mic. So y'all hit that subscribe and ring that bell. Support us. We need a new mic. Developing in the case of Charlie Kirk, the guy has been caught who they've been looking for. The pictures that some of y'all saw around, he has been caught. That is breaking news right now. And, you know, I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to get into the story because I want y'all to see what's going on. But at the same time, y'all be aware because people are crashing out here. And you don't know what they will crash out for. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they will crash out for. It could be something you said just because of how you look or just because of nothing. Let's get into this story. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know y'all got a life to live out there.
Welcome back. We have some breaking news now at 13 past the hour. President Trump, in an appearance that is ongoing on another network, just said that there is now a suspect in custody for the Charlie Kirk assassination. We'll say that again. President Trump just now announcing that a suspect is in custody connected to the Charlie Kirk killing of a few days ago. The president just said this on Fox and Friends. I'll read the quote. "I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody. Essentially, somebody that was very close to him turned him in. And that happens," the president adds. He goes on to say that a tip stemmed from a minister, Trump says he believes, who passed a tip to a friend who was a U.S. Marshal. Then they involved the father of the suspect. We don't have an identity yet. We don't have a name of this suspect. President Trump himself saying that he learned of it just a few moments before he stepped on set. This is all taking place in the last couple minutes. As you might imagine, this is a very fluid situation. Seems like the president himself was just briefed on this. There were some details he acknowledged he did not know. But to recap the breaking news, of course, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the conservative political commentator and organizer, shot in broad daylight on a college campus in Utah.
Let me tell y'all something. When they got pictures like this, mind you, when it's a high profile case and America is looking for you and they got you over every news station and you got pictures like this, I don't care about your shades, your hat, even a shirt you got on. Somebody gonna say, "Hey, I know that person. I know that shirt. I seen that shirt before. I know that posture." You ever seen somebody when they walk from the back and you like, "Man, I know exactly who that is," just because of how they walk. You don't even need to see their face. They could be standing up and you know exactly who it is. I don't know what made this young man think he wasn't going to get caught. When it comes to a high profile person, trust me, you will get caught very quick. And if you see the camera angles they had, like it wasn't that much. But the technology is so like up to date right now when it comes to anybody in the security spectrum, FBI, DEA, anybody, like the alphabet boys, anybody. The technology is different. So when they got that little piece of, okay, that's him. This is why the pictures are blurred from what I think. Like they blow it up and they get that real figure. Put it out there, and mind you, he got caught by, they say he got turned in by somebody who was close to him. Imagine if it was some money on his head, meaning, hey, 25,000 if you give us a tip of if we find this guy, 50,000. Yo, people are broke right now. You would be looking at your sister or your brother. Mama would be in the living room looking at you on TV. That's my son. 50,000. Hold up. It's your mom looking at you, your father, your brother, your friends. But they're gonna make that call quick to be the first one. I'm telling you, you think you're safe. Mind you, I don't think they had money up because the guy was popular enough for anybody to say, "Hey, that's him." But even if they put some money up, it would be much faster. Let's keep it going.
A couple of days ago, video graphic went around the world very quickly. There's been an intensive manhunt for this suspect here. You're seeing the individual on your screen. These are images released by the police yesterday as they they're imploring the public to come forward with help, come forward with tips, with other information about this person. So now we're going to hear, I believe we're going to hear now what President Trump said just a few moments ago.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor, everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days. You know, it's amazing, actually, when you start off with that and then all of a sudden you get lucky or talent or whatever it is. But yeah, I think we're in great shape.
Mr. President.
He's in custody.
That was
You heard what he said? They started off with a clip that looks like an ant. That's what they started out with. Just a clip that looks like an ant. 3 days later, they have the guy. Y'all understand, technology is at a whole nother level. I told some of the people, you know, have conversations. And I think the people in Chicago don't really understand. When the National Guard comes in, understand the National Guard have technology that y'all don't have. If you ever seen the movie The Purge, right? The first Purge, where they went inside the what it was, I think I'm gonna say the hood, and they started trying to shoot up the low class community, anybody who went to church. I think it was the first Purge, if I'm not mistaken. But they went inside the hood and it was going inside different places to kill the black people, the Spanish people, poor white people. Everybody was getting it if you're poor. And they had technology where they had drones that would come in and look at the people and shoot up the people. You get what I'm saying? Y'all think because y'all got switches, y'all got, you know, a couple bullets. You know what I mean? Like you can reload real quick. Listen, man. Y'all don't have the armor they have. They are legally able to do this stuff. I'm not trying to get deep back into Chicago because this is about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. But I want y'all to understand, technology is different. And you trying to go after a high-profile person and trying to do anything like this, you will get caught very quick. I'm happy they caught the guy. Let's see what happened next. I am going to stay on this story so we could, you know, see the development. I'm gonna stop right here because I know y'all got a life to live. But this is the guy right here. This is the guy. Wait, let me just see what a little bit more they have to say right quick.
President Trump just a few moments ago on Fox and Friends. He's here in New York City, appearing in studio just across the street, saying with a high degree of certainty, quoting him, that they have the suspect in custody, but we don't know who this person is. We believe at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so about 45 minutes from now, authorities in Utah will hold a news conference. Let's bring in now MSNBC investigative correspondent Mark Santia. Mark, thank you for rushing back to set. This is obviously a breaking story. Just a few moments ago, the president said this. Is there anything else we've learned as to what happened?
No, right now, I mean, this is a major development. For the president to say, quote, we have him. He's in custody. Obviously, major development.
I heard him say nope at first. I heard him say that's all they have, and just that the president said this is this is the person. So like I said, y'all, when it comes to high profile people, most likely you will get caught. I don't want you to think just because you got away that day, it's not going to happen. Chances are. And I was told that even the National Guards can see if you have a weapon on you, even if they don't check you. Like, they can see that you got a weapon on you. Whatever technology they have. The drones that they send over the building just to look and see what you got going on. Y'all see some of this stuff in movies, and y'all don't think it's real. There's a reason why some people came up with this type of stuff, because they saw this stuff before. You see the robots they're making, the dog robots and everything else. I want y'all to understand, man. Y'all be safe out there, because the world is changing. The world is changing a lot, very fast. Don't crash out. Protect yourself. This man, appreciate y'all and love y'all. I'm out of here. Like I said, I know y'all got a life, but go ahead and hit that subscribe and ring that bell. We're gonna keep y'all up to date with the story and other things as well. Check out Rich Uncle Mike, man. And don't stop being yourself. Be true to yourself.
Ahora estás escuchando a Rich Uncle Mike.